Welcome back, everybody. What a heck of a setup was that? But we made it indeed, Super Retro Gamer, 2 hours later. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Riekelt, RDV, good luck, boys.
Yo, thanks.
Thank you for the good luck, my dude.
Yeah, we'll need it. So hey, everyone, welcome to Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I hope you have a good evening or day if you're elsewhere. And
Yeah.
first of all, we could probably explain. Hey, we're Funky Kong. We're playing on the Switch version. I think it's better with your controller.
We're playing on the Switch version because not only does it load much faster, but Funky is a lot faster for a lot of levels as well. So overall, well, I mean, yeah, there's levels where he is superior. So that's why we're playing as him. Funky's also just a really cool character in general, so that's why we decided to do a Funky-only race.
And another thing that's impossible or important to talk about, no death abuse.
No death abuse. So do we want to talk about this during the run?
Yeah, let's
so
do
let's
that.
Just
let's start.
Yeah. So if you can get a countdown.
3, 2, 1, go!
So synced. Okay, so yeah, welcome to Tropical Freeze. I'm RDVvsTheWorld, in case you didn't know yet, and
I'm Riekelt. My name should be up there.
somewhere. So let's explain the category. So there's any percent and there's any percent NDA, NDS. Well, no, NDA. That's it.
No death abuse.
It stands for no death abuse, and basically what it means is we cannot actually. So in the Switch version, they also, for Funky Mode, added a new feature where you could actually skip levels if you die enough times. I think it's like 8 or 10 times.
8.
Okay, and then you can like skip a level. We're not doing that, so we'll actually be completing each level that we have to play. Is this any percent? So we're taking the fastest route. We're not going to be playing all the levels. Ooh, barely made that jump. It's so spooky, dude.
So Funky has a lot of cool abilities that Donkey Kong on his own does not have. For one, there's a double jump. And with the double jump is a technique that's pretty cool and wow, sync.
Oh my lord. We're like perfectly in sync here. That's epic.
And with the double jump comes a Funky only technique, which is called the grab jump. And it's pretty easy. In between double jumps, you grab, and it gives you just that little bit of extra height.
Before we actually explain the grab jump, well, you just explained it, we should probably actually like explain how Funky differs from the other Kongs. So,
I was busy doing
DK
that.
basically doesn't have any features at all. He's pretty standard. I forgot the other Kongs, but Funky has a double jump. And he can also use his surfboard to kind of skip across the water.
Hover?
And he can also hover. So
yeah.
He also has 5 hearts. So he's pretty, he's the character you want to play if you're new to the series, basically, and want to just have an easier time going through the game. But yeah, he's also just like faster for a decent amount of levels in this game. And we just figured let's do a Funky only race.
Yeah.
Because I don't think Funky gets that enough love. So
He gets all the love. He's defunk. Other than that, the infinite rolling that we've been using like forever. Well, OG Donkey Kong can only infinite roll if he has a Buddy Kong on his back. That could either be Diddy Kong, Dixie Kong, or Cranky Kong. And the last one, Cranky Kong, well, he's definitely the best for speedruns. Because he has a pogo attack, or pogo move. And with that, he can like pogo through the level without losing any speed. So if you get a speed boost, that's, well, pretty convenient. However, it's pretty difficult to control. And nice.
Yeah, Funky is a lot better for beginners. And also, if you just don't enjoy the pogo gameplay, you know, Funky is a great character to, you know, still speedrun with. I think the Switch version is definitely is aimed towards speedrunners more, because it just makes speedrunning so like super friendly. You have Funky, is super beginner friendly in my opinion, whereas Cranky takes a lot of, like it takes a lot of practice to like get decent at using him. Like there's a lot of tech to him as far as I know, and it's just a lot more fun to start with this in my opinion. But you know, maybe one day you'll see some Cranky action here. Maybe one day.
Probably.
Oh, I missed the first jump.
Same.
So one thing I should probably also know is that both Riek and I are our skill in this game is. Oh, I just got. Okay. Basically, our skill in this game, we're pretty equal for a lot of levels. So this should be a really interesting race. Our PBs don't differ by too much, and our sum of bests are like, I think 15 seconds apart. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like actually crazy.
I only had some luck actually getting the PB that I had. And he has been on like way better paces. However, this game can be so mean at the end.
Oh, I'm majorly screwing up the third level, dude. So yeah, this stage is just...
So, pretty important to hear right now. The incentive for all the boss cutscenes have been met, right?
They have indeed been met.
Oh boy.
So thank you for making us lose 3 minutes. Thank you. I appreciate it. Trust me.
No possibility to PB at all. You're welcome, guys. You're welcome.
I forgot to advance the result screen. Rip.
Okay, well, I kind of needed it because I majorly messed up that level. So we're entering the first auto-scroller of the game. If you've ever played a Donkey Kong Country game, these are going to be very familiar to you. We're going to be riding a minecart, and basically the only thing we can really do is duck and jump. In this game, in Funky mode, they gave your vehicle 3 hearts, as opposed to the 2 that you usually have, I think.
1 in returns, 2 in tropical freeze.
Okay, well in Funky mode we have 3 hearts, and no, even though you see 3 hearts, there are certain things that will still instantly kill us. So don't ever look at chat while you're doing these levels, because yeah, don't die.
Why are we jumping as much? Because every jump will save us a few frames, and while not too important in RTA, even though it's 3 times safe to take it, it's definitely important in time attacks. And yeah, this game has a built-in time attack mode with leaderboards. That's definitely the thing that made Returns better. Or Tropical Freeze better than Returns.
You heard it here first, folks. Returns is the better game. You've just pissed off the entire Tropical Freeze community.
Yeah. Talking about Returns already marked my grave.
It's okay, Riek. I agree with you. It's a pretty good game.
Thank you.
So we're both hated by the community now.
Something else that you'll probably also see. I'm going to collect, or try to collect, all of the Kong letters here. And RDV, he thinks that's a waste of time.
RDV! Nice, Riek. Yeah, basically, there's no point to doing it, so why do it? Kind of meme, you know?
It's fun. It doesn't waste any time at all. It's only a little bit more difficult. And I'm only getting it in Minecart levels. Because otherwise this was going to be a 100% run. Which I'm not going to do, because then I'll lose the any percent race.
Maybe one day.
I mean, why not?
Why would you purposely lose time?
That's not losing time.
Is it not?
No.
Okay, I thought it did.
The only reason I'm doing it now is because I don't have to press the split button.
I don't know, man. I think that did make me catch up a little bit, so I don't know how valid that is. Anyway, we're entering the first boss of the game. The bosses in this game are extremely technical, and a mistake can lose you a lot of time.
Yes.
So we might be concentrating for a little bit here. At
Don't,
least I will
don't. You have to reset now.
Dang it. DKS, I failed you.
This is Pompey?
Muscle memory, dude. I mean, I've already seen the cutscene, you know, I
That would be unfair. Alright. Skip it as soon as you stand still.
Like now?
No,
Like
I meant Pompey. So yeah, Pompey!
When do you want me to skip it?
When he stopped going all ways and stuff. You know. What am I saying? Now.
Okay. There we go. Riek approved it, so I'm not cheating. That's how that works.
Are you still cheating? So yeah, this boss, while losing a lot of time, is not going to be a thing here. However, there's a lot of stuff that can speed up this fight just by a little bit.
Got an early hit. So you can actually like hit him early if you... So because Funky has like these double jumps, you have a much easier time actually like hitting the boss while he's up here. And it saves a lot of time doing that.
What I try to do is called the God Cut, which is getting rid of all the fish as soon as possible.
Oh, dude, I missed the Slimmy Jimmy. I'm so sad.
It's a little bit slower than the early hits, which is Funky only. However, it's what I like to do. They're not the easiest thing to do. Damage abusing is so much welcome to speed up the fights. And yeah, the community, mostly DKS and Cruncha, they put so much time into finding out strats for a faster Pumpy.
Oh yeah, they're the real MVPs here.
Not only Pumpy, but the rest as well. So these penguins hit them as... Well, hit all of the...
You got him.
You're ahead
that
now.
Sucks.
Okay, trying for the other God Cuts.
Yeah, I'm not going for the... Oh, actually... Oh, this is a God Cut, right?
Oh, no. If you hit it in mid-air, yes.
Oh, dude, I missed it. Dang. Oh, what?
Did you miss?
Oh, he tends to get stuck in the corner like this, and then I can't hit him. It's really weird. I died. Cool. And
Died?
I died. I have 1 heart left.
Ooh, that was some bad luck.
For sure. Oh, that really stings, dude.
The battle has not been fought yet. Believe me.
This does put me at a major disadvantage. Because essentially, I think I just lost like about 3 minutes, so...
This is not a Mario game. So this is actually a pretty difficult game, even for runners. I'll try to look behind me in case Buster or Frosty were there.
I hate how much shit you throw at Mario games.
No,
That's the most awful part about you, Reek.
No, they're just easy in comparison to Donkey Kong Country.
The point is that these games do definitely take some skill.
So this is level 2-1. This is where the game definitely ramps up. I mean, there are actually pits you can die in. And these levels are just so beautiful. Same as the music. Oh. I do want to mention that the runners from this game are actually giving a lot of shit to returns for just losing a lot of speeds, like out of nowhere. Well, with Funky, that's the same case.
I'm just not gonna comment on that.
Leap of faith! Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
Unlike you, I want to keep a good connection with the community. They've been nice to me so far. Okay, well at least I got that early hit that time, but that, oh.
I'll fail the skull fight for you, okay?
That stings.
Ampy!
I would really appreciate that, actually.
Okay, so you'll see what happens. Alright, 2-2 Mountain Mania. Back on the Wii U version, also known as Reset Mania. However, this level is so much easier with Funky Kong. Introducing Rambi, the one you actually don't want, but it actually makes the level a little bit faster. Just a little bit. However, you don't necessarily need to use him if you don't like his, well, his startup time, because he just takes so long to actually get on full speed. Every time you jump, you have to reinitiate your dash.
Yeah, and that kind of, You know, that kind of stinks, but at the same time, at the end of the level, there's a lot of blocks that Rambi can only break, and it's just a lot nicer to use him there, opposed to like ditching him. That's why we usually opt to use him still, and also you can get some momentum boosts using him by using the swing, the swings.
Oh, I missed this one. Yeah, if you time it just right, you can get some sick momentum, like here.
This jump is always so scary.
I do like the riding animation of Rambi. You're just slapping his ass. Oh.
I'm losing it, dude. Died.
I should be the one that's, well, not in charge of tech. You get so much problems actually getting the Switch to work.
Oh yeah, shoutouts to like our tech team. They did a good job.
I don't want to brag, but it was me finding out that we needed an HDMI
Shoutouts to our
splitter.
entire team.
That's true. Shout out to everyone who was like just there, just trying out stuff. Oh man, Switches are awful. In any case, I keep making weird noises. This is 2-free, and this is the first of 3 levels in this run and game as well to have global cycles. What are global cycles? As soon as a level starts, a lot of stuff is just going to happen. Yes. Oh, oops. Meaning that if you make a mistake like I did right there, the level is way different and I have to react to a lot of stuff that's happening on the fly. While in every other level, that's a nice jump. Well, in every other level, as soon as you get near, everything is going to happen. So, doesn't matter if you fail, it's just as you learned it.
Yo, guys.
And this was especially important with Cranky, since Cranky Kong does not have any aerial defenses.
Guys, I'm just gonna up the antes. People in chat are betting on who's gonna win.
Oh. What are they betting on?
You, of
You?
course.
They're betting on me.
Of course.
Okay.
Everyone hates me.
That's not true. Everybody post some Beagle tanks. I want to see the chat explode with Beagle tanks.
Or Reek W.
Can I put him some Riekelt golds?
No.
Thank you. My only tier 3 sub. Yo, Captain. Hey, we don't have the timer anymore.
Yeah, I don't even want to see the timer right now. I'm like 3 minutes behind PB or whatever.
So, the whole room, instead of looking at our screen right here, it's actually my screen.
Yeah, we had some tech issues and it's weird.
So,
You're on the autoscroller right now?
yeah.
Okay, do the thing I always do and we're even. Actually, do that about 3 times and we're even.
I'm collecting all the Kong letters, okay?
That doesn't help.
Oh,
that doesn't lose
no.
any time.
So, from Minecart, we're now in a boat. Ah, you're in 2-3 already.
Yeah, I mean,
The 2-3 definitely is a hard level.
other than the levels I did bad on, I've been doing pretty decent.
Yeah. But yeah, like I said, Cranky Kong does not have any aerial defense, whereas Diddy and Dixie Kong both have a jetpack, and Dixie has her hair, which is basically a jetpack, but with a Yoshi flutter.
Kinda. Similar enough. I'll let you make that comparison.
Thank you, Yoshi Master.
Listen, the only game I'm remotely good at in the Yoshi series is Yoshi Story. Which is a sick run, by the way.
Oh. I always do a grab jump there.
Yeah, like, same, but I don't know, I just timed it wrong. and didn't get a. I ended up not getting a second jump. It's going super poorly for me, dude. Can I just like skip cutscenes?
That would be unfair.
It would be.
Hey, look at it this way. You can still PB.
Get out.
Wow.
No, this game definitely is bad like that. If he plays perfectly from this point on, it's still possible.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a lot. So yeah, with having said that, in the original Donkey Kong, route, you would actually swap Cranky Kong for Dixie Kong because this is a pretty area level. I didn't even tell my machine story in the auto-scroller. I know.
For a second there, I was like, wait, are you on the next level? I guess, am I caught up? But no, there's an entire auto-scroller in between. For whatever reason, I always forget the order of these levels.
Ah! Oh, monkeys!
Oh, you wouldn't want to die now.
I kinda don't.
Do that.
So Vic, what's the disadvantage or advantage of playing with a Pro controller?
It's comfier.
It's just personal preference.
It's bigger. I have no problem playing with the Joy-Cons, just this is so much better, in my opinion. Well, not per se better.
It's called personal preference.
Yeah, it is. My big hands, it is.
Our small hands appreciate the Joy-Con.
I could say such a bad thing right now.
Then don't.
Okay.
Let's run the BSG channel.
Then let me tell you something about the. Let me tell you something about the BSG indeed. We are the Benelux Speedrunner Gathering in support of the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a Dutch society committed to fight cancer by scientific research, education, patient support, and fundraising. The Dutch Cancer Society stands for less cancer, more cure, and higher quality of life for cancer patients. And that's what you're donating to.
Rick, you might be just about my favorite idiot.
You're welcome.
I don't know though.
Sorry, Captain. What I did there is...
Should I explain this? It's like...
Feel free.
Okay, so...
Feel free.
From what I've heard, back when the original Tropical Freeze community, the speedrun community, was, you know, a lot more active than it is now,
You're welcome.
people would do races, and of course that would happen. Of course it would.
Same here.
So, like, what they would do to call out where they were is make machine noises when they got to that machine, so the other runners would know where they are.
Exactly.
Can we just get a reset?
10 points for Gryffindor. So I'm currently on 2.6. Your favorite Windows font, Wingdings. And this is only half an auto-scroller, even though you can speed it up a little bit. Which is, try to grab the front. I want a deado, now my run is valid. Grab the beginning of the vines, just so that it pushes you a little bit forward. As well as, don't try to jump when you don't have to. That's like time attack level of difference.
So the level Week's on right now is essentially an auto-scroller, though there are a few ways to speed up that level. Most notably, there's a section where you're actually not, well this section right here, you can actually preserve some speed. Did you do it?
No.
Okay, well you can actually preserve some of that speed. And with good movement there, you can also save some time. And it's not a complete auto-scroller, but it might as well be.
Alright, time for the next boss. His name is Skull, and this is becoming a running joke.
Don't
Everyone
forget
thinks
to
he's...
not skip the cutscene.
I know.
Skip the cutscene, so you have to watch it again, OPOP.
Like I said, everyone thinks he's the best boss, and I do agree he's really good. However, he's like on par with one of the other bosses. Okay, so
If anyone was watching my screen, I'm sorry if you felt that the way I did.
yeah, the banana.
Someone wants banana milkshake.
And all of a sudden, all the owls are mad. Casually, this boss is like 5 minutes long or something. However, if you do it well enough, you can beat him in 2. Which is... what's the world record? 154? In time attack.
I was about to say, that doesn't sound right.
My time was 158, I believe.
Same, actually. That's crazy.
Okay, phase 1 cleared. We're trying to preserve all of the little birds that you can throw at him in such a way... yeah, what do I want to say? To make it as optimal as possible.
Okay, yeah, you want to basically save the birds and hit them at specific points to speed up the boss fight. If you don't miss them and don't use like if you miss the early hit strats, you're gonna be wasting a lot of time. And that's why the bosses are good/bad, depending on how you look at it. They require a lot of skill, but one small mistake could, in some bosses, cost you a minute. So, and other bosses, you would lose something like close to that, but not as big. I know there's some bird in that fight that only loses like 20 seconds. Either way, point is, you don't want to miss one of the early hits, because it will lose a lot of time.
Definitely. The second and first phase are about 20 seconds, while this third phase, you see all these attacks that I'm enduring right now? Quote unquote enduring.
I got the speed boost.
We gotta see that again. Otherwise. And that's like 50 seconds to a minute. So, I have this bird in my hands right now, but I don't want to throw it at him just yet. For the reason we only have... Ooh, we only have 2 hits on him. So, right now I can jump on him normally. And then throw it at him. I'm sorry. That was a good skull fight.
It was. Good fight. Wait, no, I gotta enter the cutscene first. I was about to just put it down and be like, I don't want to even risk skipping it, but I need to enter the barrel first.
I hope the stream is...
so bad.
I hope the stream is hearing my audio, because we're now getting the best soundtrack. Shout out to David Wise.
I've never seen these cutscenes, by the way, so that sound really creeped me out. I was like, wait, where's that coming from? I just realized it's the game.
Can I ask what stream the audio is coming from?
The game audio is currently on your game, Riekelt. We just switched from Ronald to you.
And I'll be quiet some more.
Oh, are you serious? Okay, well at least that's the one that like loses the least amount of time. That sucks. Angry.
This is the second level.
Fake is not my goal.
This is the second level that has global cutscenes, cycles. I wish I had global cutscenes.
Imagine I just died on Skull. Imagine. At least I got another shot at trying the fast strat, and not missing it. So I guess that's one positive thing to take away from this.
Low hearts, or did you fall off?
Oh, I just I died.
Oh no. (3-2) Baobab Bonanza. Save the Baobabs, and in the beginning, like, there are some flowers that we need to climb, and it is possible with the new running, what's it, grab jump, to actually skip all of this part and just go up there. And unfortunately, it's kind of unreliable to do, even when grinded. Up. Trying to land on these chickens' faces. Oh. This always happens to me. You just jump too early, and I'm not the only one. This level is especially pretty nice with Cranky, because it also abuses a ledge mechanic right at that flower section. So I'm collecting all of the stuff here to spawn a puzzle piece, and it has been a sport to jump up around the puzzle piece. My high score is 3, world record might be 5, and I just did 1. That's kind of a running gag in the community. Well, this level is more interesting, Frantic Fields. There's a lot of hurricanes that just do its thing, spit you out whatever way. It actually has to do with its direction, your direction, the height you enter it. It's pretty technical. And most of them just favor us, so that's pretty good. However, it also gives you a lot of speed for a little bit. And it's especially pretty cool if you play this with Cranky Kong. I say normally they favor you. Because you could do a trick here. It's called the Do-Si-Do.
Definitely slower, you lied. For sure. I just beat the crap out of Skull.
I'm proud.
He deserved that one.
And this is the second Grammy level as well, but with Cranky, since his cane actually allows him to preserve all of the momentum that he's running with. You can roll into a tornado, go out of it, roll a little bit, and then just pogo for this whole level. Godspeed. I know that doesn't mean like super fast, whatever, it's super fast. However, setting up a Do-Si-Do is pretty hard. And so does maintaining it. If you own this game, definitely check out the time attack leaderboards with Cranky.
For the stage Riek is on, the world record of Cranky is just amazing to look at.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Crazy.
So actually, double jump there, getting a bonus barrel. One of 2 that are pretty easy to hit.
I never noticed the music was quiet here. Okay, yeah, the music changes here. I never noticed that.
I kind of wanted to ditch Rambi over there, but he actually climbed. He's a survivor.
Wait, you used Rambi?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, and I don't use Rambi in that level.
Okay, normally you get the second Rambi, not the first one. Free 4 Scorching Torch. It's pretty hot in here. Understatement. This level definitely shines in the aspect that you do a lot of damage boosts. But it's pretty easy to actually lose thingies here. And that's actually a really big difference I haven't actually spoke about between the Funky route and the Donkey Kong route. In Funky Kong, you have 5 hearts, and well, you can lose 4 without a problem, except being at the brink of death. But with Donkey Kong, if you have a partner, say Cranky Kong, you have 4 hearts in total, but it means getting it here. And there's a convenience barrel over there. Oh, nice. But yeah, after getting hit twice, you will lose your buddy your buddy Kong. Meaning that instead of having 4 available hits, you only have 1. So they're definitely a lot safer or routed around taking hits. So 3-5 Twilight Terror is the 3rd auto-scroller in the game. And instead of a minecart, from now on we're only going to see rocket barrels. And make it silent. If you like your DKC2 Sticker Brush Symphony, you only heard it for 5 seconds because now it's shitty fluted rocket barrel music. If you know that YouTube channel. So one of the things pretty unique about this level is that you could just fly and collect a lot of stuff and survive, or you can just hold A
or B.
Grip or B.
That's what I do.
Same actually. It's jump, whatever. You can all jump. You're just being up there. And you will actually survive until the secret exit portal, which this is actually the first secret exit we're taking. Hey, playing a game. How's it going? Just taking a selfie. Cool. Getting hit another time. And here is a secret exit portal. Normally they're pretty hidden. And you need a pretty specific Buddy Kong barrel here. But fortunately, Cranky Kong is kind of a mix of all 3 of those. So you can definitely 100% this game with Funky alone.
But they basically just made him like the ultimate Kong. You can use like basically all the moves. Or at least, you know, get to everything other Kongs could get to.
So another Donkey Kong Country 2-5. Bramble Scramble. It's probably a level you don't really like for the difficulty of it. Luckily the theme is a little bit different. A lot of pits. And the level just builds as soon as, yeah, you're like right before it. So you never know your second jump until you make your first jump. Can I still make that? Yeah. Unfortunately, we're speedrunners, so we know this level.
I don't.
Kinda know the level. It's still pretty difficult.
Well, I mean, I do. Well.
It kind of resembles Fear Factory. And I'm not talking about the MTV program, but rather...
Is an MTV program called that? I don't even know.
Fear Factor.
I'll do that about...
DKC
18 more times.
Okay, sure. DKC1 that has Fear Factory, where the level just blinks to black a couple of times. So you definitely have to remember every step of that level. I don't want to say that I can do this level blindfolded.
Do it right now. Prove it.
But
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm a little upset. It's a little hard to keep myself positive right now.
Just think of how bad I am with Baboom.
Can't be worse.
Okay, so let's watch another cutscene. Ba-boom. This one is actually pretty good. Skull was kind of eh. Pompey was like, look at who I am. This one is actually pretty okay. Bananas. That's our whole quest. And here's the other boss.
Angry.
And he's like, haha. So he multiplies and then monkey business. Alright. This boss is plagued, or was plagued with RNG. But fortunately, I missed. Nice.
Good attack direction. Yeah, basically what they did in the Switch version is...
all RNG, or most RNG, is set. Meaning that it's all predictable.
Yeah, so it's really consistent. So if you do the same things every time, you'll get the same exact result every time. And that's nice.
Oh. So the gimmick about this fight is every monkey has free health, and as soon as you defeat one of them, they will get all their health back. So you definitely want to try and focus on one of them. So now I'm going to focus on the reds.
I'm on this level, by the way.
Oh, you're also going to do cool strats?
Cool strats, holding B. I wouldn't really call that cool. I mean, it's nice. It's a nice little break in the run, I guess.
Gameplay intensifies.
For sure.
Yeah, I should also probably mention, every boss in this game has 9 HP over 3 phases with 3 hits each. Oh. So let's do some basketball. Kobe! So the last phase. Oh, whoops. Can I hit him?
Nice.
Well, for this phase, you want to go under the direction that goes spawning. Because that's where the watermelon bomb will spawn. Getting an intentional hit there. And, oh, I didn't film Nicholson. Then again, there's football on the screens here.
You should definitely
You want to know the score? It's tied up 1-1.
Oh, it is. That's pretty cool. So, in an optimal run, you would actually switch over to the Donkey Kong family here. Since Diddy's jetpack is pretty fast underwater, while you would never use Diddy above, above the sea level. He's definitely good here. However, we're staying with Funky, and our swimming method is going to be corkscrews. And not only are they slow, they're imprecise to control, and your hitbox actually is a little bit bigger, which you will see. Is it this level? I'm not sure which level it is. But there's a oh. I went on autopilot.
Yo, Riek, mind if I skip the boss cutscenes for the sake of maybe a closer race?
That's so unfair.
Just take the win. At this point, I don't care. At this point, I don't even want to watch them.
Oh.
People paid for it, so make you guys happy. And do it.
Don't they have to pay more for that?
What?
Okay, so there's this fish that I don't want to corkscrew for to actually get below him. And oh, I'm only at 1 HP. That's not good. Okay, I made that out alive. There's another barrel here. That's also pretty important. So, while Diddy is the fastest, you would switch over to Dixie Kong. Because there's this current over here, and while this one is not that strong, we are taking the secret exit here. And there's a really strong one that only Dixie can overcome. And I guess Diddy Kong can do it as well, but it's pretty convoluted and developer unintended. Let's be nice to Retro. Also, the music for this level is just pretty good. I think it's aquatic ambience. Right, we're going into more secret levels. And 4-A is actually a pretty cool level. Other than it's also a lot of buff grounds. And this is the only level in the game where you would have a trifecta of your Kong buddies. You start the level with Dixie Kong. You go over to Diddy Kong, because he's pretty cool underwater. And you go underwater here like twice. And then switch over to Cranky Kong for a really fast entrance into the secret exit portal, which is pretty cool. Getting hit there is normal, I guess. Yeah, this is the first year I'm seeing it, but you can do a lot of cool combos with Funky Kong. Especially in a level that'll come up later, 6-5, but that's so hard. And RDV is actually way better than me in that level.
Which level?
6-5.
Oh no, I'm pretty bad at it as well.
I'm not even doing momentum strats.
Well, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm bad at them. Like good at them. I'm not good at them.
Except for the last one, I guess. Can you do that one?
You mean the Dinka?
Yeah.
Because I can't know, I've never done it in my life.
Next up is 4B, Shoal Atoll. This is a kind of a breather before a gauntlet of pretty difficult levels. I smell toasties. Oh, we're done.
Oh, you're on my favorite level of that world. It's not my favorite.
It's pretty relaxing, there's cool music. This is aquatic ambience.
Essentially just, I don't know, I don't really like it. It's just a maze where you go from chest to chest, you're just circling around. It's not an interesting level to me, to be honest. The only thing that makes up for it is the music. But I mean, I'm pretty sure the exact same track plays in different stages, so it's like,
Yeah, that too.
Oh, I don't really like it.
The only other thing is that in the Wii U version, there is an out-of-bounds trick in here where you would play with 2 players, actually try to kick out Diddy Kong from your back and over a wall, and then just swim around the level and go to the exit barrel, skipping all of this, or at least like 1.5 minutes or so. Maybe more 1. However, due to either collision detecting or they make the wall simply higher, it's not possible here in the Switch version.
Even though that glitch was patched, Switch loads make up for it. The Switch loads a lot faster and a lot more efficient. So it's still faster to run on Switch regardless.
For the run, yes. For this level, nah.
Oh yeah, so you mean time attack?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Can you do time attack with 2 players?
Never tried.
Do I hear Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze 2-player co-op incoming?
It wouldn't be faster.
There is no benefit into doing that. Bye, shark. Get the G. Alright, time for the only level that's completely above the sea level. And I gotta concentrate for the beginning because there's a pretty cool watermelon bomb throw.
Yeah, the stage Reeks on is very technical, I'd say.
Oh. Good enough, I guess. It's still faster. There's some other pretty cool tricks in here. Something with how a barrel actually ricochets. But there are actually good physics in this game. And what's the last thing again? Crate skip. That's not a good trick, but you'll see. It's pretty easy. Okay, so the crates are, or crates, this thing is up here and it, oh. That's unfortunate. What are you doing? If you time it just right, you can shoot yourself into the top barrel rather than the right one. Or left. And it saves, yeah, just enough time. And if you're unlucky, your barrel will just go like all the places that it's not supposed to go. By Herald, and this is crate skip. Just jump off, and then double jump into this thing. It's also possible with Diddy and Dixie Kong. And again, not with Cranky Kong.
Yeah, I'm currently on what I like to call the auto filler of the world. It's the just the issue that I described before, where you just go from chest to chest. I just don't find it interesting.
I'd call it a slow level, but auto scroller is something different. I am with who am I?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you're right.
This song is also pretty technical with Donkey Kong, since there are barrel cycles you have to actually take account of, while every level, except for the two that I said weren't, are just camera cycles levels. However, as soon as you start a level, barrels with your friends Diddy, Dixie, and Cranky Kong start turning, and, well, optimally, you catch them as soon as possible. Or, well, possible. They start turning and you want to be there just on time, because if you miss it, that's another 2 seconds you have to waste. And underwater, they take twice as long, because they take 2 seconds to go from Diddy to Dixie to Cranky. And on land, it's only 1 second. Oh. Take another damage boost over here. But luckily for Funky, there are no barrel cycles at all, since, well, all the characters you can control here are Funky, there's Funky, oh, and there's Funky. Damage boosting for these little tentacle thingies right there.
I'm on the above ground stage now. Let's see how this one goes for me. I already missed the bomb.
Poor penguin. I'm a big fan of penguins, but I don't
How
like.
do you feel actually about the fact that penguins are our like main enemy in this game?
I have a story for that. It's a pretty stupid story. But first off, here's the cutscene for Fugu. And this is actually a normal fish we're just attacking, like, haha, you're puny. And then he goes mad at us. Yeah, okay, so back in the day when I was making YouTube videos, back in the day when I was young and, well, I should probably not say anything. Oh, you got the top shot. I kinda made a let's play of this game and had a penguin death counter and try and avoid killing all the penguins. Didn't work and I never released it because it was stupid. So this is Fugu and his butt is always a hitbox and we're going to take use for that because we're trying to like creep behind him and hit him as soon as possible. And therefore this casual 4-minute boss for his minute. Sub 1 minute. Oh boy, that's awful.
Not necessarily.
Okay. What's he doing?
Different attack pattern because he's small.
I guess, but where is he now? Okay, he's on the middle. So I can return here and stay fast. But yeah, you can kill him within a minute. And believe it or not, Cranky Kong, while he's normally useless underwater, he actually has an underwater attack.
That's first try Virgo.
Yeah, it actually is.
Oh,
I mean, it was not pretty optimal, but it was still first try. It's pretty easy to die from him. But yeah, Cranky Kong actually has a cane he can slap him with. And his reach is like super big. And not only that, where Funky Kong always has to be outside of Fugu, because you can clip into him, as you probably saw. Cranky can just hit him from wherever. Time for the longest load of the game. Because all of the world actually loads as soon as you enter it. Or well, not all of it, but a lot of assets. That's some optimization that the developers did. But hey, that's technical mumbo jumbo. Welcome to World 5. I forgot the name of the world. However, this is a fruit factory. You will see a lot of fruit harvesting in this level. And a lot of that food will be processed in the levels coming after this. So keep an eye out for that. Or not. I'm not going to do it. I have a speedrun to do.
It's called Juicy Jungle.
Thank you.
he gave you that information. Now they give shoutouts where shoutouts are due.
Shoutouts to the internet.
Got me there.
There's a community meme over here as well. Trusting the trolley. Where with Funky we can just like jump over him. Can I make that? Yes. However, with Cranky that was not possible, so you actually had to do a trick. Yeah, don't forget the cutscene.
Every time I'm like, oh, I'm actually catching up a little bit. Only the boss fight. Nope.
Last time? Cutscene incentive? Never again?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you actually had to wait and trust the trolley if you landed correctly.
Okay, at least that sound was kind of funny.
Auto-scroller? I almost died again. The beginning of the level is so easy to die in. So with Fugu, I never did the explanation. What you want to do is try and get hits from the pointy shells on these sides rather than from Fugu itself. No, that's not...
It's the other way around.
That's the opposite.
You want to let Fugu hit you so he hits you into the spikes, which is slightly safer than using the spikes. Even though when I first started learning this strat, I used the spikes because I feel like it's a little easier to control yourself. I feel like the underwater controls are really slippery and kind of makes sense, but it's really annoying.
Yeah, they're not the best.
So when I first started out swimming into the spikes and then just like making up for that, that was a really solid fight, by the way.
Nice.
Yeah, like using the spikes isn't much of a problem. It just looks scary. Remember the first time I did it in a tournament race, someone got really spooked by seeing me do it. Because, well, it just looks scary, but it's really easy. One thing we should also point out is that on the Wii U version, people used to buy an item that lets you have more HP for that fight, but it was discovered that when you have 1 HP and you hit the boss, you'll always receive a heart, which is what makes the fast kill there, as fast as it is. So yeah, we're not buying any items during this run. I think in the old Wii U times,
it was in the routes.
it was in the row until some point.
Yeah, at least in 2015 it didn't buy items anymore. Like, at all. Yeah, if you're doing everything right, Fugu should be possible.
It's really hard though. So if you're like new to the game, you might want to like start out. You know, I don't know what the name's called, but it's some kind of juice.
Banana juice.
Banana juice, that's it. It's kind of obvious, actually. I can't believe I didn't think of that. Talking about Donkey Kong here. Like, what other like juice could they use?
So something else about the rocket barrel levels. It is possible to buffer all of your inputs because you need to jump, quote unquote jump 5 times as to actually get flying. And it is possible to buffer those in the Wii U version. Also in the Switch version, but a little bit more difficult. And if you buffer all of those, which is only helpful in time attacks, you would actually go so fast that in the first rocket level that we saw, you would actually just crash into the wall. And in this one, you just go backwards, have to do this level being invisible, and then you just die somewhere in the middle of it. It's pretty interesting how that works.
Yeah, I'm on the auto scroller now.
So, on both screens, you're probably going to see a lot of plants. A lot of fruits getting processed. Cut, smashed, smashed to smithereens. Hello plants, don't eat me, thank you. The third one we can just jump to the end. Spooky, you can barely make it. And that ending barrel over there, it's just there. You can't hit it like out of the barrel. And they tried everything with camera delaying, I guess. But they just couldn't hit it, so you had to like climb this boring barrel over here. Or the climb was boring, not the barrel. But hey, at least you can. As soon as you hear the jingle of the ending barrel, you can already hit it, which is pretty good. So, time for another scary level, at least. With Donkey Kong, even though with Funky Kong it could also be pretty spooky, because we have to go into a secret exit portal in here, and this here DK barrel is the only one in the whole level, and with Dixie Kong, you only have like 1 hit point, or 2, but 1 to spare. With Funky Kong it's easier, but it's still easy to like lose a lot of hearts.
That bad?
It would be. Okay, I solemnly swear I'm trying not to die, okay?
That looked really close.
Oh no!
Oh no, you totally didn't do that on purpose to gain back your health because you only have 1 HP and that would have been really unsafe.
Totally!
Yeah, there's a bunch of really big spiky balls in the section Riekelt is in right now. And yeah, it's much safer to damage boost through some of them. Well, you kinda can't do that if you only have 1 HP.
It's definitely safer to, yeah, just take the death. You don't want to death as far a level as you can be. Yeah, I'm safe right now. If you actually miss or lose Dixie Kong, you'd actually have to do a pretty slow level Jelly Jamboree.
I saw someone use it in a tournament, and I was like,
yeah,
that's slow. No shade to that person, by the way.
It's pretty trampoline world. So this is a pretty cool level. There's cool music and global cycles. Oh, whatever. So, since I actually made a little slip up here, I'm going to get punished somewhere. At least, oh, actually for the level for these crushers. But I didn't lose that much time, luckily. Try as you might, in time attack you can only be here at like 30 seconds. And with Cranky Kong, we actually had to just stop for a second there. In a lot of places in this level, like 4 or 5 separate places, because you were just too fast. Oh, that was close. Just roll through. I have all the health I need. This ending jump is pretty cool because you're supposed to go into those barrels down there with a grab jump that's, again, funky exclusive. You just skip that altogether. So, and when all the fruit is processed, we're going into this level, Frosty Fruits, where all of that is transformed into ice cubes and then into ice cream. And this level is also pretty cool because there's a lot of... I totally forgot the name for it. You go fast.
This game's ice physics are actually surprisingly good. You can keep a lot of your momentum.
Like, rolling doesn't even do anything. In a good way, I mean that. I wonder, are there any incentives for runs tomorrow? Oh, actually, before that, look at this cutscene and tell me, who is the bad guy over here? Okay. He's just eating his ice cream, and then this happened. Clickbait.
Watch what happens next.
He's not only saying, "I'm not sorry," he's like, I'm voting for Bassmaster. That's his name, by the way. Cool name.
But do I have time now to tell you about the donation incentives we have coming up?
Actually, probably better to wait a little bit.
Sure.
I'm sorry. So this is the longest boss of the game. 3 hot minutes. And luckily, all RNG, again, is pretty set. Oh, oops, whatever. All RNG is set, meaning this fight is pretty predictable right now. Or actually, there is some RNG. However, it doesn't actually impact the final time. So this phase is actually pretty the same. Go ahead, Captain.
Are you also ready, RDV?
Yeah.
Okay. For tomorrow, we have coming up Mario Kart Wii 32 tracks. And for that, the character can be selected. There's choice of Daisy, Funky, me, Rosalina, Waluigi, and Yoshi. Currently in the lead is Rosalina with 35 euros. Second is Daisy with 20 euros. And third is Funky with 13 euros and 20 cents. So guys, we can still make it happen. More Funky. Then there's Pokemon Gold. For Pokemon Gold you can choose the rival name, the trainer name and the Totodile name. The rival name currently in the lead as the only name chosen, Blame and Free. The trainer name is Bless and Free. And the Totodile name is Pikachu. Yes, you heard correct, our Totodile is a Pikachu.
Right.
Are you talking about blue Pikachu?
Pika Blue.
Pika Blue?
So that's the end of the second phase for Bassmaster. Coming up is... oh, I gotta react quickly here because this first Ice Cube always will have the watermelon. Right here, you got a new special ability. Look at him now. Sorry. Ooh, the fake out. By the way, imagine fighting a boss underwater being pretty awful. On ice physics, they're also not the best. And that's our boy Bassmaster. Yeah, I definitely want to say Funky. Funky is the bad guy over here. Hopefully I'll die a few times, say in World 6. If you want, you can skip it, I guess. No? Okay.
You say? I was too focused.
Oh.
I was too lost in thought.
I was like, feel free to skip it, but...
Okay.
Oh, I wanted to go for a time attack only strat, and can I make this? Whatever, it worked. The banana slammer, but unfortunately it's pretty difficult. But hey, at least I didn't die, that's important. So this is World 6. This is Donkey Kong Island. And if you look around a little bit, maybe not this level so much, but a lot of other levels have a lot of resemblance with DKC Returns.
Basically, Donkey Kong Island is, the island from Donkey Kong Country Returns. We actually skipped the best cutscene of the game, which is the opening cutscene, in which the entire story is explained. I don't think we explained the story at all.
It's DK's birthday, and blow out a candle, and the whole island got taken over, not by tikis this time, but by snowmats, penguins, and a lot of other stuff. And he got blasted to another island. And this is Donkey Kong Island.
They took over Donkey Kong Island, and basically this entire game is about taking it back.
Yeah, there are 8 levels in this world, and they all resemble a world from DKC Returns. So this should be the beach, and you can definitely see that a little bit. There's water over here. However, instead of actually being able to swim here, it's pretty cold water. So don't do that unless you're going to do a skip that we're going to do later, called boat skip. Or here, I guess. Got hit there? Oh, okay. So what I'm trying to do, boat skip, is try to get as far as possible so that this pretty generous game just like pushes me. Don't die, no, thank you. Just pushes me on top of, or to the nearest platform where you can actually stand. And if that's like further away where you've never been, then the game is just giving you a present, I guess. And you always say thank you, Mr. Miyamoto. Free is the ruins level, and just like a lot of other ruins levels, they're pretty short, pretty sweet. There's a lot of speed that can happen here as well. We'll talk about it when that happens.
Okay, I can for certain say now that punching the bosses at the end for sure makes it slower.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So I noticeably see the difference. I'd say it's like close to 2 seconds. Like actually like fully punch him versus just 1.
I wish there was a reliable time to... Actually, we can just calculate that. If it's for how much faster it is to not do it. So at this section over here, instead of taking the normal path by just climbing there, we can just double jump up there and get into a barrel where it's supposed to be shot in from another barrel. And that's the cool thing.
I couldn't resist, and I'm so glad that I couldn't resist. Oh my lord, I got the shot.
Nice. So if you know DKC Returns, you know that the 4th world is all auto-scroller world. There are 3 Minecart levels and 2 rocket levels. You failed the drop KS.
I didn't even grab. I didn't feel that. I just feel the grabbing. Over you, French.
And well, the developers of the game definitely didn't get short, because this is a pretty difficult rocket barrel level. There are no recovery hearts. 1 checkpoint.
Didn't even go for that last.
No, I'm not a god. So, talking about those, there's this runner, Michael Goldfish. He's definitely pretty good in this game. And he was doing an AGDQ 2015 run of this game. And his commentator actually mentioned how bad it was in DKC Returns, because you only had 1 heart there. and you have 2 in Tropical Freeze. So he was like, vanilla? Immediately took damage. Let's do this vanilla. Also this,
Legend.
also that big squiggly in my background there. It's one of the bats from that world. And now he's frozen in ice.
I was sad. Actually, I didn't like that guy for the original, so I mean, I don't actually feel too bad.
Be happy it's not in the speedrun.
Well, I do have to say though that I really like World 6 aesthetic and like the music and stuff. It really gives you like this sad vibe, you know. It really feels like the snowmats or whatever their name is aren't to be messed with. I just really like World 6, even though it's really hard. It's so satisfying once you finally get something. Although it's really frustrating when you don't.
Definitely.
World 6 is all about, if you make one small mistake, it can cost you a lot of time. If we were to die here, there's only like 2 checkpoints. This is the second. And this is one of the longest auto-scrollers as far as I know. Either way, it's long.
So, now I'm in a minecart, as you can see in the top left corner. And this is not a cutscene. You actually have to jump over here, or else you'll die. A lot of people mistake this for a cutscene and just die. Oh, I didn't roll. Nice. Don't scare me like that.
Oh, dude, I always scare people when I play this game.
Well, if I do it, I know what I'm doing, but if I see it, it's just like, well, don't die.
I can imagine that. But that's essentially what I feel as well. Every time I do a move, it's just like, please don't die.
Okay, this might be the hardest level in the game, but also, at least with cranky strats, the most beautiful level in the game. And with funky as well. Funky really shines here, and however, there are a lot of speed manipulation tricks. However, I'm not going to do them. I'm just going to sit here super patiently, and was not the best of ideas. No, I should have just died there.
Maybe. Probably would have been the smarter option, yeah. 6-5 lets me. I need like 4 minutes. That's how long this stage is. Well, it's looking like it might happen. If you still believe in me, better hope that. I'm kidding. It sucks that like he had a pretty good run going, I'd say. Sucks to see this happen.
I'm not done yet. Yeah, it's unfortunate that it just happens.
Yeah, 6-5 is really easy to mess up, to be honest.
So the only speed strat I'm going to try, and I should probably stop.
You probably shouldn't.
At least there
It's
are...
cool to show off. Once you get it right, people will be like, OMG, it's so cool. They totally won't mind like the 50 deaths. It's okay. You should try the Inka Dinka.
I can't even do the easiest one.
I wasn't supposed to go up there, but it worked.
At least by the time you actually arrive at this point, you have like a lot of balloons to spare.
Oh, for sure, and even though I have like 38.
I have like 40 something. Oh, I lost all my speed because I accidentally grabbed one of those vines. Get hit here. And if everything is right, I should land just in the barrel. Yeah. imagine being slow is actually faster. And if you know the kind of level that actually made returns really stand out in that time, well, this is the only level we're going to see like that. There are 3 levels, and the other 2... I forgot to do a grab jump there. Unfortunately, yeah. You can like just make that jump with a grab jump.
You can do it without one. No, you can. But it's easier with a grab jump. Grab jumps make a lot of tight jumps easier. It's nice. My turn for 6-5.
He is actually going for speed threats, I would reckon.
Why would I not go for it?
Make me proud.
Just do it.
So we got past the...
Yes!
Wow!
Nice.
That wasn't the most optimal momentum boost state, but it's an alternative strat that I kind of made up that, you know, it's a little easier for now while I still learn the full level. Because you can boost through this part as well using a different thing, and then there's this boost right here. Which that's, in my opinion, the easiest one, and I love how that just ate my jump. Cool. Well,
so we're now climbing this mountain, I would guess. And there's a pretty cool speed thread right here. Like, we're supposed to climb all these vines and go into a barrel, but the barrel is already loaded and is just right there.
what just happened?
Dinka? No, you're not there yet.
I'm not even there yet. Also, I have never done the Dinka, so probably won't even go for it. Just so, like, probably everyone in here is pretty confused about what we're talking about. There's one specific momentum boost that's called the Dinka for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for it. There's no point. If I don't know how to do it, I'm just gonna end up being slower.
For sure. Even the top tier runners have problems in getting it off or pulling it off consistently.
I think you also need like a good cycle for it and stuff, and it's just...
That too.
Okay, I had like 1 death. That was actually pretty solid, but not great.
Better than my 4 deaths. So probably the most recognizable throwback to returns.
I just now realized that if you let me skip the boss cutscene in the boss level here, could still potentially be kind of close.
We still have to fight Franklin?
Frederick.
Frederick.
Frederick, that's what I mean.
Like, it could still go all places.
Oh my lord. Honestly, 6-6 is my favorite level, like, aesthetic-wise. Like, combined with the music, it's so good. I know that the song that's playing right now, at least on my end, is used in, like, a lot of stages, but I feel like it fits the most here. It sets the tone so well.
6-1, 6-6, and 6-8.
I'm sure it's also 6-3, actually.
Really?
Kind of similar.
No.
When I was like talking about it in my chat, someone asked me like what my favorite level was in the game. We were talking about music, and I'd say 6-6, but I was like, well, if you want to hear it, it's also in like plenty of other levels. I just don't recall them from the top of my head. But I think when I was in 6-3, it was the same song. I don't know.
So the factory level I just did, it was one of the harder levels. A lot of damage boosting, and it's actually a pretty cool story. However, I'm not going to tell it here. Kinda told it too much in the speed gaming tournament runs. So now time for 6-8, which is the worst level of the whole game. And there are 3 reasons for it. 1, there's Rambi. 2, you need Rambi. There's no way to not do this level without Rambi. Just like one jump you can skip
certain. You need certain. You need him for certain parts for sure.
A lot of parts. And 3, you have to wait for platforms to fall down.
I think it's just a tricky level, not necessarily pain. If you know what you're doing, it's not the worst level in the game. I think that title still goes to the water level that I don't like. At least for me personally.
For B?
The one with the chests.
Yeah. No, this is a slow run level. Yeah, the same music plays here as in 6-6.
That's unfortunate.
I do like this part of the song though. And whatever you do, don't press A unless the whole thing is like down enough at least. It happened enough to runners who just prematurely pressed A and lost a lot of time. Because this is the last level actually. After this is the boss fight against Lord Frederick, the Snowman King. Oh, I wanted to throw Rambi in the lava, but I couldn't.
It's actually kind of crazy, like, I only skipped one cutscene and I'm actually kind of making up a little time. Like, I also entered 6-8 just now, like, after all that happened. 6-8 isn't the longest level in the game. It's like 2 minutes, I think. I think it's less than that. If I remember correctly, so.
I mean, you have been getting up on me, yeah.
One thing I just would like to establish. Can I skip the cutscene from Frederick, or should I, like, not do it?
It would be fair to not do it.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. People paid for it.
Yeah, so.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So, Frederick, he immediately jumps like a coward to the background. And we have to lure him out by throwing penguins against him.
Even as quickly into it?
Wait, did I skip the cutscene?
I don't know. I really don't know, but can I quickly interrupt with a small donation
Sure.
from the one and only Kimido. It's a €4 donation and he says, "Go RDV. I'm rooting for you. Don't choke on the final boss. Kappa. Much love from Spain. Annual high."
I'm looking forward to meeting you, my dude.
Yeah, I might have skipped this cutscene actually, so I'm going to watch it. I'm a bad. That's actually the only part.
That's happened before.
Yeah,
okay.
that's the only part where you can actually ditch Rambi.
I don't think it's the only part, but it's definitely the most obvious one. I'm so glad that happened at that point. Ooh.
So the final boss actually looks like a threat. Okay, so like I said, he jumps to the background. Rambi. Was it Rambi? Please say yes.
Huh?
Was it Rambi who killed you? So there are quick hits here, but they are pretty difficult to pull off. Yeah, so Frederick right now just walks around from left to right to left 3 times. You have to hit him all 3 times for him to go to the next phase. And I got all 3 hits. But these are the easiest one. It's definitely not fun to do. I'm still not sure how to get that the fastest way. And after that, well, we just had like a whole ice world. Don't forget your buddy, ice. Go. So next time he runs around, he will start slow, but he will actually go a little bit faster. Come on, there we go. He'll actually go a little bit faster the moment I actually hit him. And another time for the second time that I hit him.
Do you want to know if I can beat this boss faster than you?
Do that.
Find out.
Please, I already missed him like twice. So that's unfortunate. I have to do this part another time. How did you call this? Like hitting him 9 times without fail? A Slimmy Jimmy?
Oh, the Slimmy Jimmy isn't the first boss.
Oh, okay.
It's a specific early hit that connects to another early hit that I call the Slimmy Jimmy. Basically making fun of like some of the weird names this game has for like tricks and stuff. Well, the community gave. I feel like I just missed a lot of context.
Okay. One more. Oh. Well, you get a chance to catch up.
Given I do well. Talking about Frederick.
True that. Also, I do want to mention we're pretty close on time here. Not too close, but we're getting there.
Which phase were you?
2. So are you? If you do,
I accidentally like prolonged the phase a little bit.
Oh.
But not too much.
Like I prolonged it the hard way like twice. So we're finally going to phase 3, and he's going to do an attack right now, which was RNG based. But fortunately we get the good RNG in here, and because it goes so fast, the name for this is pissing your pants. Don't ask me why.
Who are these people and why did they name tricks in this game?
You know who they are.
Not specifically.
Honestly, this is way better than, I don't know, fist trick, ledge clip, item clip, you know, that kind of stuff.
Well, at least that's simple and to the point. You can give it that argument. You can be like, it's an original and inspired, but it's straight to the point.
Let us have fun, okay? We're
I'm letting you
different.
have fun, it's just... I missed the context, is what I'm saying.
Okay, so... He goes blazing fast right now. Get ready on time? Time. I never had a perfect first phase. Then again, a cutscene we can skip. That's why we don't actually watch the cutscene at the beginning.
That was almost the perfect fight! Oh,
Really?
yes!
Oh no.
Oh, dang dude. Either way, that was the best I've ever done that fight, like, for sure. This is the only phase that I missed. So can't complain.
So there's an ice dragon attack going on. If you actually fail hitting him like more than that, you will actually do it in
No, I
further
did all the
time.
Oh yeah, right. I don't even want to know my time, don't tell me. Please don't.
Can I know mine?
You had a 1:38.18.
5 or 3 minutes down, it's like
1:35.18.
not too bad.
Still not a bad time for a marathon run.
And I had to restart.
So that means I probably had a 1:39, which
That is
actually
correct.
not even that bad considering there's 3 minutes of cutscenes.
I must have.
But I've skipped one, so I kind of cheated.
Yeah, if I like didn't skip the thing on Frederick, I would have had a 134 actually.
I feel like I played really well in World 6 to try and catch up.
Yeah.
There's like
Yeah.
I had like maybe 2 deaths, I think,
Your
and they
World-
were really quick.
Your World 6 is way better than mine.
It was probably my most solid one, and yeah, I'm sorry if I didn't really talk too much. I was annoying. I really tried catching up to you, but it was hard.
Don't worry about it.
Either way, somehow it ended up being close.
Yeah.
Because literally it came down to like one Frederick phase.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like 20 seconds, no, 30 seconds or so. That was pretty close, all things considered.
All things considered.
Oh, something about the ending cutscene. Funky did all the work, but he's not in any of the cutscenes.
Or Funky.
Except in the one, and that's after
Yeah.
the credits scene. So
Yeah.
if you want to see Funky, you can wait for that.
So yeah, I definitely want to give shout-outs to the whole Tropical Freeze community.
Yeah, I feel like I should probably specifically shout out DKS because he definitely helped me quite a bit. He motivated me quite a lot to play. It was fun learning from him. And yeah, and just thanks my community for actually like keeping me motivated and like whenever I'm like doing bad, I can count on them to like put a positive twist on it, you know, and that's cool.
So we have a tournament going on. We're still both in it.
fun story. So my first match was against Michael Goldfish. He's in top 4, I think.
He's fourth.
Okay, 4th in the game. I got destroyed even though I got like a pretty big PB during that tournament race, and that put me into. I still lost. I got put into the loser bracket, but like there were I advanced through 2 rounds because someone because two people forfeited, and they just happened to be exactly the people I would like be racing. So I made it to losers round 3 without doing anything. Pretty epic. So well, epic. It also kind of sucks because I didn't get there using skill.
All right.
Either way.
Are we still up for the other thing?
It's probably.
Yes, guys, we are still on for
Probably.
snipper clips, and I think you guys might be ready to set up for that, right?
Give us a minute.
All right.
Which would we play on?